Today's meeting, hopefully you guys brought your stuff with you. I had one person that can't come, but she actually sent me a printout of her login and of her entry in her journal and a picture of the stuff too. And in case someone didn't bring anything, I brought a bunch of stuff. All right, so we're gonna get started. So today's meeting is show and tell, which I never thought that was what it was called until I was with Lindley today. And she's like, oh, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for show and tell. And I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great thing. Because I didn't think to call it show and tell. So show and tell, raise your hand if you brought something to share today. Yay, I love that. So I am gonna allow the meeting to be majority of that because I get asked all the time, I need something different, or I need a different snack, or what can you tell me for this? Or, you know, people are always asking me, and I am a creature of habit. Yay, and Myra's finally back from her trip. I am a creature of habit. I eat the same stuff all the time. I mean, there's things that I venture out and I do differently, but I pretty much eat the same stuff all the time. So I thought it'd be great if everybody would go around and people are gonna be like, oh my God, I never thought of that. What a great thing, or whatever. So that is gonna be the majority of the call today. And it's gonna be a great call. Everybody's gonna be so excited. I know you are. Before we do, I just wanna talk about one thing, and it's about salt. And I get asked this question all the time because there's something that I eat all the time, which I'm gonna show you guys, and there's sodium in it. And here's the deal. The average American eats about 28 to 3,000 milligrams of salt a day, 2,800 to 3,000. The American Heart Association and dietary guidelines is about 2,300 to 2,500 milligrams a day. That's a lot of salt. I mean, that's not a little bit of salt. Like, that's not, that's a lot of salt to get into your body. So you would need to eat a lot of salt, sodium filled products to get there. So when I tell somebody that I eat this certain product pretty much almost every day now, they're like, well, there's so much sodium in there. No, there's really not when you put in perspective the big picture. So when I get to mine, I want you guys to remember that. Nobody sits at a table and eats a tablespoon of salt, hopefully. A tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon of salt is a lot of salt. That's 2,300 milligrams of salt. That's how much you can have in an entire day. But that's a lot of salt. If you pour that in a cup, that's a lot of salt. And I also want to talk more about the salt. A new study shows that salt consumption contributes to weight loss, which is not true. So researchers found that reducing salt intake in adults with elevated blood pressure or hypertension decreases thirst, urine volume, and blood pressure, but did not affect your metabolic energy needs. So please don't think that if you reduce your salt, you're going to lose more weight, or you intake your salt, you're going to reduce more weight, lose more weight. Salt has nothing to do with fat loss. And I've talked about this before. Salt is only water retention. If you eat a lot of salt or intake a lot of sodium, the scale is going to go up, but that's only water retention. If you drink a lot of water, it's going to balance out the next day. Nobody's going, period, impossible, 100%. You cannot gain weight, actual pounds that will stay on your body from sodium. Okay, so that being said, I wanted to clear that up because when I get to my item, you guys are going to be like, oh. I figured I would circumvent that. All right, who wants to go first? I talked about the step challenge the last meeting, Jody. Oh, you mean to bring up the new one? Yes, thank you. I'll do that first, hold on. So you're right, Jody. What would I do without Jody? Reminding me about recordings, reminding me about step challenge. The step challenge starts on Monday. If anybody wants to be in the new step challenge, it starts on Monday. It's a sidebar challenge. You're only in the group if you're in the challenge. It is a $10 buy-in. Sometimes the person wins $230. Sometimes the person wins $180. This last challenge, Jody and Mandy split it. And I think it was like 65 each or something. But whoever is in it puts $10. Congratulations. Whoever is in it puts $10 in, and whoever wins the most steps, gets the most steps, gets the pot, the whole pot. Myself, Brian, and now Mandy are doing it just to be in it, but we aren't part of getting to win. Mandy's won it twice already. So it's just more motivation than anything. So that's starting. If you want to do it, you need to let me know. You need to message me so I can add you to the group. It's super fun. It's very motivating. And it's a great way to stay engaged in the app. Okay. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate you. Who's up next? Who's up? Who wants to start? I can't see anybody's hands. Okay, so we're going to do this. Raise your hand if you brought something. All right, Jody, you start since you were just helping me. Talk about it.
Okay, this is, can you hear me?
Yep.
I got this at Walmart and it is an egg, it says Crepini egg wrap and it has 0 fat, 0 carbs. And let me show it to you, give me 1 second. It is literally a crepe. Sometimes I wrap tuna fish in it. Sometimes I put some sugar-free jam in it, and it is 0.
Yeah.
Instead of bread, it's perfect.
How many proteins?
Let me take a look. It's just 1 gram of protein, but it's 0 everything else.
That's crazy.
So
That's
if you need at the end of the day, if you need protein and you're out of carbs and fats, you could grab a can of tuna fish and wrap it in 4 of these, and you're good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Jody.
And they're delicious.
Walmart, and it's crepini.
Walmart.
It's called crepinis. Show the picture of it again.
Hold on.
Okay, everybody see it in case you want to go find it. Perfect. Crepinis egg wraps. Awesome.
You see it?
Yep, beautiful. Thank you so much, Jody. All
Do you
right.
I'm a
toast them?
teacher, so I love show and tell.
Is there a way to toast them? I guess if you put it in a toaster oven.
Yes, yes. When you toast it, it's like a taco.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it's like a taco. I put in chicken chop meat. It's delicious.
Hold on, I'm putting this in my notes.
Costco has it also. I just got it this weekend.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say that. I saw that the larger size in Costco yesterday.
oh,
Yeah, I
Oh.
just got it. These are it. These
Yeah.
are it. That's it.
Okay. If you're going on the retreat, we might have these at the retreat. Be a nice little add-in. Okay, raise your hand. Who wants to go next? Ashley Barr. You have to unmute yourself, though.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I like this sunflower nut butter. I got this at Publix. And I put it on one of these lightly salted, low-fat rice cakes. And the nut butter is, I usually do like 1 to 2 tablespoons. It's got 17 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, and 6 carbs. And it's delicious. And it's nice, like when I get home from work and I need like a little boost of protein and and then I have a little extra carb there with the rice cake. These rice cakes are less than 1 gram of protein, 8 grams carbs, no fat. So it's a yummy little treat.
When you plan out your day, do you put that in first?
Yes, yeah, because I usually have it every day when I get home.
Yeah, because 20 grams of fat, I could eat that in like 2 seconds, like my gel, my yogurt, and my mush, and my cottage cheese. So I love nut butter, which is going to be actually one of my things I'm showing too. But I would have to plan that in the beginning of the day, which is so important. So I'm glad you do that, Ashley, because you do hit your numbers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
All right, who's up next? Raise your hand so I can see hands up. Naseem, go.
Okay, mine is, so there's kind of two parts to it. One is if you're low on fats and you need protein as well. I will do like a ½ ounce of these pork rinds.
Bring them closer so we can see it.
Oh, wow.
Is
Yeah,
that
they have 6.
thing or is that everywhere? Do you know?
That's at Safeway, Publix, everywhere probably. They even have it at Whole Foods. So this has 6 fats, 0 carbs, and 7 proteins.
Nice.
Yeah, and then so that has fat in it, but these pork rinds, which are also at Whole Foods, these have 2.5 fats, 0 carbs, and 11 proteins. So these are like
Closer
You
to
know,
you can see them. I'm
a
blind.
nice little treat.
Baked pork rinds.
Yep. So when you need that crunch factor, this is perfect. And
Are they yummy?
they're so yummy. I never thought I would get into pork rinds, but they're really good.
Never tried a pork rind ever, but I'm willing to.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try those too. All right, who's up next? Brian.
Okay. My go-to food I eat just about every single day is egg beaters. I love breakfast food, so it's not hard for me to eat those. Pretty much almost with every meal, I scramble it up just like this. I'll put some 2% American cheese in it, and I'll eat it on in tortilla wraps, on sausages, anything. I'll eat that just about every single day because that's one of the only ways, other than eating like chicken or shrimp or something, that's one of the only ways to just get pure protein in without any added carbohydrates or fat for me. So yeah, I like that. I love eggs.
I do
Yep.
egg beaters too. I do the egg white egg beaters, but I do them literally every single day.
Yeah, I do the yeah, I do the yellow ones because it makes me feel like it makes me pretend like they're real eggs a little better.
I'll use those when I make my loaves, like my egg loaves, but
Oh yeah, cool.
you. Lindley, I saw your hand up.
So mine is, let's see if you can see it. So mine, my go-to lately has been pickled okra. So this happens to be, the brand is Talk of Texas. And this one is mild. They also make it hot. I never really thought I would actually be saying, gee, I need to get more carbs in my body today. Never thought that was going to be part of my narrative. These are just 1 carb for 2. So 2 in a serving, it's 1 carb, and it's easy way for me at the end of the day. If I'm like, just got to get up there to pop a few in, I eat the whole thing without the end. So like flip the stem off and you can just stand there and eat them out of the jar, put the jar back in the fridge. And it's a way for me to get those few extra carbs.
And
Now-
a great hand to mouth crunch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sodium. So it does have a lot of sodium. So when you're talking about sodium early, it was one of those things like, well, I got the sodium covered, but I feel like with all the water that I'm drinking, I haven't noticed that there's, any more water retention than normal. So
Yeah, and you won't. As long as you're getting half your body weight in water, it won't matter. Sodium is good for your body. You need it.
yeah, they're yummy.
Yeah, I love that. And a lot of the things that in our minds, it's a hand to mouth movement and crunching. And that's a great way to take away the hunger is hand to mouth and crunching. And I always tell everybody,
That's good.
cut up
Oh,
the
good.
hand to mouth, that would probably be a great thing as well. Thank you, Lindley. You went mute, but thank you. There you go. Do you feel like you do that? Like it helps with your hand to mouth?
No, and I literally sometimes I just stand there, like open the jar and do it, and it's something to think about, and I find them very satisfying. So it's better than a pickle, but it's not. It doesn't make you feel like you're sitting down and like just eating like weird vegetables out of a jar.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lindley.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's up next? Raise your hands. Corinne, your turn.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I got this from Costco. It's salad toppers.
Okay.
So it has pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and cranberries in it. So what I like to do is I like to mix. I only use like a half serving, a quarter cups of full serving, and I'll mix it in my yogurt, or I'll mix it in my chicken. I'll get the canned chicken salad and I'll put it in the chicken salad.
Oh, that sounds good.
So it's got, the whole serving is a lot. It's 11 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein, and 10 carbs. So when I cut it down in half, it gives me more to eat during the day.
Yeah, and you get those flavors and the crunch and something else when you're not getting all that fat and all that carbs.
Yeah, like the dried cranberries really help with the yogurt and the chicken salad.
I bet that would be really good in tuna and in cottage cheese.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I usually get the pineapple cottage cheese, so I don't usually add anything. Yeah.
I never get the plain, but I always get the flips or whatever you call it. But yeah, I get the pineapple too. But it sounds like it would be yummy.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Who's next? Raise your hands. Myra, you're up.
Hi, I like these. I don't know if you've ever had them, cauliflower breads. They
Oh.
have, you see them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I love these at breakfast. Instead of toast, I'll put these and put a little bit of, just a tiny bit of maybe butter, just a little bit. And then with my eggs, I'll do a sandwich with them. And it has 9 grams of protein, 2 of carbs, and it's 100 calories, and fat only has 5 grams.
Myra,
Costco sells these.
that is one of my favorite things. And if people know me and they watch me on Facebook, you guys saw me when we came out of quarantine, Danielle smiling. Do you remember I waited online at Trader Joe's forever to get those?
Mhm.
They are addictive. I give them as gifts. I go to people's houses and I'm like, here, try these, because they're so amazing. You can put them in the toaster, microwave. You can do anything with them and they taste so good.
They do. They taste delicious with anything.
I'm at Trader Joe's. I don't know where you get them.
Costco.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you show it back on the screen?
Come closer.
Great, thank you.
So
I'll take a picture.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture and put it on the chat.
actually, I'm going to have
But
everybody do
they-
that. So I'm going to have everybody do that too. Yes, Danielle?
Those are actually thicker than the ones we get at Trader Joe's too, and I actually like that brand better.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to try them. You said Costco?
Costco.
Is that by Outer Aisle?
Yes.
Okay, I have these, the sandwich thins, but they're in the frozen area, right?
Same thing, but
Yeah, just along
Yeah.
the frozen. Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing.
Oh,
awesome. All right, who's up next? Margot, did you have your hand up? Margot, then Vicky. Margot, you're first.
All right. I like these.
Beef thins. Tell us about it.
So for me, I like crunchy stuff and salty. And these ones have 13 grams of protein, and the whole bag is the serving. So you can eat the whole bag. I find sometimes I need protein, but it comes with too much fat or too many carbs. So for me, this is good. It's got a little crunch to it. It's like a jerky, but like a chip. So they're really, really good. You can get them at Whole Foods. We order them direct from the company because it's cheaper that way. So that's what we do. So yeah, the new Primal.
Nutrition on the back.
So it's 90 calories, 1 gram of fat, 290 grams of sodium, 8 carbohydrates, no fiber, 4 sugars, and 13 grams of protein.
That's
So
great.
it's a good little snack. Yeah, I love it. So
Especially if people are missing the beef flavor, because I know that a lot of times you stick with the chicken, the fish, the eggs.
yeah,
You're allowed to have red meat. We talked about this today, Lindley. But this might be great, as a grab and go snack.
they have other flavors too. So
Okay, awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Vicky, you're up.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, Kevin's.
No.
Okay, I got this at Publix and it's chicken. It's got a bunch of different flavors. This one's teriyaki, but there's also cilantro lime, Korean barbecue, coconut lemongrass. And it's really good. I mean, you can, and it's easy. You can microwave it or you can do it in a pan. My husband likes it too. So I split it with him. I mean, it says here 3 servings, but we usually split it. So, and let's see, the whole thing has about, 20, 60, almost 70 grams of protein. So we split it, it's like 35, and then let's see, 18 carbs in the whole thing.
How many fats?
Let's see, 3.5 per serving. So
9 or 10.
yeah, 9 or 10.
Awesome.
And I have it either over brown rice, or I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, the Banza spaghetti or whatever, you know, there's other types. So yeah, I've been really liking it with this. And really all you need is this with the sauce and that. It's so good, you know, because normally sometimes the microwave chicken is like chewy or whatever. It's really good.
Love that. So 2 things. I would probably eat that entire package at one meal, not split
Okay.
it with anybody, just so you guys know. And that's okay, because that would help you get your proteins in. If it tastes good,
Right.
you eat it, and it's only as
Yeah.
9 fat,
Yeah.
go for it. Eat the entire package.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. The thing with the Banza pasta, keep this in
Yeah.
mind. Anything that is vegan or vegetarian that is a carb-based pasta, and you're doing it thinking you're doing better, you might be better off having real pasta, because anything carb-based is now pasta on top of a carb. So chickpea pasta, you know, all those things that they try to get you to think it's better for you, you're probably consuming more carbs doing it that way. It's fine. And if you're vegan, it's great. It gives you that option because you don't eat eggs or any of those things. But I always tell people, if you're not a vegan and you're not a vegetarian, I would not sway to that side of going to those products, because you don't realize how many carbs there are actually in that stuff.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, because I've been eating like the opposite of this for so many years. Like I actually have a hard time getting my carbs in. So yeah, I mean, my body's probably freaking out. Oh my gosh, you're eating like pasta and rice.
And if that helps you hit your carbs, go
Yeah.
for it. For me, I usually hit my carbs. So, but I eat a lot. Like I will eat a full English muffin every morning. Like I make sure I hit my numbers, and I eat stuff that people would not think I would, that you wouldn't think you can eat. Like, wow, you eat an English muffin every single day. Yeah. I eat a full container of rice every single day. Like there's just things that we think we can only have little portions. And then you're like, holy moly, I didn't know I can eat all of that, you know? But I love that. And I'm going to get that chicken. I'm going to try it for sure, because I don't cook. You guys all know that.
It's so easy. You'll love it.
That's awesome. Thank you. Who else? Raise your hands. Anyone else? Did I miss anyone? Danielle.
These are my go-to when I want to crunch, and they're dark chocolate. Thin stackers. It looks like this. Two is a serving. It's like a rice cake with dark chocolate on top.
Yum.
So I see this. 7 fat, 20 carbs, and 2 protein.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be.
140 calories.
So can I ask you a question? Are you able to stop at one little package?
Yeah, because there's 2. It's a nice size.
Okay. I mean, I think
Individually wrapped, so
it looks really good. It reminds me of matzah with chocolate.
it
Yes.
is. But
I was gonna say it's chocolate covered matzah.
it is like chocolate covered matzah, but and they make them in different flavors too. There's like a coconut sprinkle one, and there's a lemon one, a lemon poppy one.
Is that at Costco too?
No, Publix, or I saw them in Sprouts.
Come closer. So some of these things make me really excited, and then I'm not gonna lie to you, some of these things give me anxiety because I love sweets. and I love carbs. And I feel like if I got that, I might be able to have one and then I would have to throw the box away. Or like I would say to you guys, hey, I'm going to buy a box. Anybody want to share it with me? And I'm only going to take the one little sleeve of it because I can't do that. Like I don't have that stuff in my house because I know I can't just open. I would literally eat. I used Power Crunch bars. You guys remember Power Crunch bars? They're so good. I would eat one in the morning and one at night, and I would think that'd be okay. So I haven't had a Power Crunch bar in probably 2 years or 2.5 years, but I want to try that. So I probably will buy it and then be like, okay, who wants it? And I'll bring it to like Orange Theory and give it away. Otherwise, if it's in my house, I'll eat it more than once during the day.
It's only 3 servings. It's literally, it's 3 packages are inside. That's it.
It would be in my tummy in one
3
time.
of these.
I love chocolate. I love sweets.
It's good. I love them.
I'm getting them. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting them. I'm going to try them.
Good.
Anyone else have anything they want to show? Hold on. I see hands. Your turn. Unmute yourself, Judith. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, I want to say that I am so jealous because I don't know, I live in Toronto, in Canada, and 90% of the stuff that you guys are showing, it's not available here in the store, not at Costco, not at other stores. And I mean, I went to 10 grocery stores just to find the light cheese.
Do you have Amazon?
Yeah,
A lot of things are on Amazon.
okay,
I'll send you links to Amazon so you can see what I'm talking about.
okay,
Of
okay.
products.
Yeah, but a lot of them are not available in the store. I'm sorry. So anyhow, I mean, I only started a week and a half ago, and I find it that it's a good challenge for me. And I changed a lot in my food selections. But one thing that I am not willing to give up, and probably Shannon, if you look at my food intake, it's I'm not giving up my popcorn. So
Popcorn. I love that. I'm
my
gonna,
popcorn. This is a store. This is in Canada. It's a store selection, but it's a 100-calorie bag. It's a small bag, only 32 grams. So it's just enough to eat it. And I take usually like half an hour to go through a little bag. So
that's
it
awesome.
gives me a
That's your good little treat.
real pleasure. Yeah. Then I watch TV or stuff.
Love.
Yeah. As you said, I packed it in my chocolates. It's all packed up in the bottom of the closet, and trying to stay happy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Judith. And I love that you're talking to us from Canada. That's amazing. Thank you. Anybody else have anything? I'm going to tell you mine after we're done. Lisa, you're up.
Hi. I found these little, I don't know, I got cut off for a second because my phone died, so I don't think anyone did this, but they're, it's like queso, but it's made out of, it's plant-based, so it's like a cauliflower. So it's dairy free. It was at Costco in the big jugs, but I found these little 4-packs in Publix in the like kind of near the vegetable section and the tofu. And it has it's 70 calories, 5 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of protein. And you can heat it up, and like sometimes I'll eat it with like raw broccoli, or just like anything that you would want to use like queso for. Like you could probably use little chips.
Can you hold it up? That entire little thing is all that? I mean, that entire thing is that whole package you can eat, and it's all the numbers you just said?
Mm-hmm. So this is 70 calories, so it's more of a, and then it comes in a 4-pack.
That's awesome.
And then the big jug was really awesome.
Which I
But
think-
less self-control. But yeah, it tastes, I mean, it kind of tastes like it's really good. My brain thinks it's cheese. So
Sometimes we convince ourselves that stuff is really good. I used to eat, I can't remember what it was, but someone said, you don't eat what you want to eat. You eat what you need to eat. And I was like, yeah, you eat for survival. And sometimes your brain, you just need to make it think that that's what you need to eat. And then all of a sudden it tastes good. But I'm gonna try that. Anyone else have anything? Yes, Heather.
Hi. So I am addicted to seltzer water, like the LaCroix. But recently we were at the store and we found this new stuff. It's called New Wave, or it's called Wave Soda. It's like seltzer water, only it has a little bit of caffeine in it, and it has like a teeny bit of fruit juice in it. It has per can 25 calories, 6 carbohydrates, and of course 0 protein. But it's really yummy and it's really addictive. We really like the tangerine. It kind of tastes like orange soda if you trick your brain, and the blackberry, and that tastes like grape soda a little bit.
Awesome. I'm gonna try that as well. Just be careful how many you drink of those because the carbs will add up.
Yeah, I just have one a day.
Okay, that's great. Good for you. I'm gonna try that. Bubbly came out with caffeinated bubbly as well. I don't know if there's any carbs in it though. I would have to look. But thank you. Who else? Anyone else? Is it my turn? Does anybody else have anything? Okay, I have a couple of things, of course. And I can do that because I run the show. Okay, first thing is Boom Chicka Pop. I love this. Obviously, it's empty. I love this. And if you have control, what I do is I portion it out before I even do anything. So I get home, I take my portions, and 1 cup, which is a lot of popcorn, I think, 1 cup has only 6 carbs. 1 cup, that's a lot of popcorn. And 1 protein and 3 fats. If you wanted 2.5 cups of it, which is a true serving size, obviously you would just double it and stuff. So it would be 15 carbs, but that's not bad for popcorn. And this popcorn's white cheddar. So that's one of my things. A couple other things. So PB2, and this is more because people have been asking me questions. So this is hazelnut, like a Nutella. And people are like, well, I don't want peanut butter and I don't want Nutella. This tastes just like it. And if you put it in your oatmeal or you put it in your shakes or you put it in your pancakes or anything, it's amazing. And people always forget this. It's really good. I have it with chocolate. This is peanut powder with cocoa, but I have the hazelnut one and a bunch of other ones. Taco seasoning. Everybody forgets about it. It's awesome. I use it with my turkey meat. I put it on everything. I cook my crock pot, chicken, ground turkey, all of it. 2 things that I use. Oh wait, no one talked about these. I'm just gonna bring it up. Quest chips, which I brought them only because I thought someone's gonna talk about them, but nobody's talked about them. These are 5 carbs, 19 proteins, 5 fats. Great if you need to get your proteins in, and they're delicious. Okay, so this is called a Mighty Muffin. They have them in every flavor. This one is cinnamon roll, but they're making them in chocolate and all these other flavors. But if you're one that doesn't like the mush in the morning, or you don't want the 40 carbs for your breakfast in the morning, this has 20 proteins, 20 carbs, and 5 fats. You put water in it, there's like a fill line, and it turns into a muffin in the cup. They are so good. And they sell them on Amazon, and you can buy like variety packs. And before you buy them, let me know, and I'll tell you if the flavor is good or not, because I've been eating them forever. And some of the flavors are not that great, but this is one of my favorite, the cinnamon roll. Okay, so this is my other thing. Healthy choice, simple meals. And this is where I wanted to talk about the sodium. This meal has 28 proteins, 11 carbs, and 5 fats. This is what I eat as a snack in between lunch and dinner if I don't want a lot of carbs, but I need to get my proteins in. Once again, 28 proteins, 11 carbs, 5 fats. I pretty much eat one of these, I want to say every other day or every day if I'm home and I can get to the microwave. There's 600 milligrams of salt in this. That's not a lot, but when you say it alone, you're like, there's 600. Out of 2,500 for your day, that's not a lot if you're not eating other salted items. So you have to put it in perspective. People always say to me, I can't believe you eat frozen meals. It's not bad if it's a healthy frozen meal. So I want you guys to remember that. If you need a meal and it's frozen, make sure you find one that's healthy and look at the ingredients and look at your numbers on the back. And then the last thing I have are Built Bars, and you guys know how I feel about those. These are my go-to every day. Hit your numbers. They're amazing. Every flavor under the sun. And that's everything. Now I'm going to talk about Enie's because I forgot that she sent me hers. Enie eats this every day. She sent me this, so I don't know if you can see the picture, but they're Oikos non-fat Greek yogurt, 15 proteins and 13 carbs, and vanilla, strawberry, mixed berry, and peach. And I'm guessing she probably eats these every day, one of them every day. So I just wanted to share that with her. So hopefully you guys got something out of this meeting because I ran for 40 minutes and I said I was going to end at 30.